How's your playthrough going?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Been doing lots of ritual. Trying to get the invitations to get the ritual tree a little more fleshed out.
Is it even worth it?
Uh, yes and no. The invitation, I found one of them. I ran it and I got my first 2 points in the ritual tree. But the invitation itself is like 150, 800 exalts.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Just farm those? Question mark.
Yeah, you could. Some of the omens, particularly there's the less experience penalty when you die, they go for about 80 exalts, and the corrupting ones, they make it so when you corrupt something, it actually does something. It doesn't have the option to do nothing. That one goes for about 100 exalts.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this breach crap so I can get these gloves, the HOA or whatever.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, those are extremely strong gloves. I'm not entirely sure what level of breach boss you have to kill to get them. If it's like a level 0
You
or
can get them from, yeah, 1 or whatever.
like a level 0?
I don't know. He said you can get them from whenever.
Okay. Because yeah, like sometimes items will be locked behind like, oh, you have to beat the boss on difficulty 3, which means if you go into your tree, you'll see when you put passive nodes in for the respective trees, they increase the boss levels, the boss's level. Makes them significantly harder, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So for instance, the ritual, the reason the fight is worth so much is because the level 0 boss can drop the belt that everybody's going for that's like 100 divine orbs.
Yeah, utility belt.
Yeah. Yeah, the one...
Just increases your ring.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's why the ritual invitations are so expensive.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know what those Hoa gloves cost by any chance?
Like 2 div.
Okay,
I
that's
could
not
buy
too
them, but I don't even know if they're actually good for me because, like, obviously there's Rax and there's this other guy and then there's the actual fucking rank 1 hardcore monk player that's doing the ice strike, and then, like, he's the only one actually using the gloves, but when I switched to his passive tree, I lost 20k fucking damage, so I was like, yeah, fuck that, and went back.
bad.
So it's like, is his build actually good, or is he just playing safe and fucking has all this shit?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be playing very safe, obviously, but...
So I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Those gloves are, like, pretty broken. They'll carry you through pretty much anything. From what I understand, anyway. Psychosis almost killed me. Yeah, I tell you, this ritual stuff is like no joke. It gets pretty darn hard, pretty damn rippy. Something you can do to your maps to juice them, I didn't know this until very recently, is you can actually use the delirium oils to anoint your maps to give pack size and other kinds of things. I personally only know about the pack size one, what ones for pack size do. Or, I only use pack size, so I don't know what the other oils do. Ooh, moment. GCP. You know what I did do today, though? Felt real bad. I used a Divine Orb on an item by accident instead of an Exalt Orb.
Did you really?
Yeah. And it was on, like, just some random jewel that I was just trying to slam. Like it.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that sucked.
I would have stopped playing.
I was considering.
Not really, but...
I was considering taking a break when I did that. I was like, maybe I'm tired. I think I might... I have a second currency tab that I might put my Divine Orbs in. They're just too easy to click on by accident.
Yeah, I need to just stop spending my currency when I get it, because I'll fucking get a divine and then immediately go look for like a incremental upgrade instead of just farming up like 5 and actually getting a really good upgrade or something.
I think those gloves, like, if you go that guy's build, because he would be intelligence stacking, right?
In Index, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
The ones with, like, the damage scales from the dex, and I think something else scales off the int, or maybe the other way around, because you get attack speed and then lightning damage.
Right.
From the 2 different stats.
Okay, yeah. Like, those are pretty busted gloves, but I think you also have to have some pretty nice stat gear.
Yeah,
Like,
the reason I didn't really buy them at first is because, like, I would have to buy new pretty much, not really everything else, but I just have to fix reses and spend gear on fucking shit that's not as good as my gear just to get more res on a certain piece, and it's like, no thanks. I just fucking bought all this shit I got, ride it out for a little bit.
It'd be really nice if GGG allowed us to switch out our rooms.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of videos on that. I mean, it's like, did they have anything kind of like that in PoE 1?
There was a crafting bench. So, it used up a modifier slot, right?
What did?
So you could use the crafting bench to add modifiers onto your gear. So it wasn't an implicit, right? Like the runes do. It used one of your modifiers. It would be a prefix or a suffix, right?
Okay.
So you just always have an open prefix on your gear that you could,
But then
slot
there's
into
also
different
shit
uses.
to literally just remove everything, right? As far as PoE 1 goes, like you could just turn it back to a white item.
Yep, they're called Orbs of Scouring.
So essentially you're removing the rune. You're removing everything, but you know.
Yeah, well on the crafting
There's
bench
still a way.
On the crafting bench, you could remove your crafts. You could change your crafts. It was very versatile. I was actually really surprised to have it not be in this game.
Rather not break my back.
Yeah, like they did do it early, in my opinion. They should have had a more flushed crafting system, not depend on like, oh hey, this is gonna be the new Liga mechanic. You can actually make shit now.
Mm-hmm. Now, as far as we know, they have plans for that kind of thing to be in the game. It's just like they don't have the axe released yet, right? So, but yeah, it would have been nice. That's the second orb. I found more divine orbs than annulment orbs. Second annulment orb I found.
Yeah, I've probably found a total like maybe 7 divine so far.
Dang, more than I have.
Yeah. Because I've spent probably more than that, because I've spent at least 3 of them, and I know I've turned a couple of them into just pure exalts, and then I got 3 currently.
I guess supposed to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, you've done better on divines than I have, that's for sure.
So, can confirm Abyss and whatever map I just did, dog shit for Breach.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
I
to
didn't
like...
actually do a Breach in here, I'm just clearing it out because I had some outliers that I want to fucking make sure the tablets don't affect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a border around so everything just affects the middle ones.
Yep.
Obviously, I could go get some Breach, like I could buy a Breach stone, but I'd rather just play the game.
Yeah, I hear you. That's the same too. Like, I could just pay for a carry to... I think it's 10 divines to get a carry through all the... You know, to get all your points for the ritual.
Oh, really?
But I like the challenge of doing it myself.
Yep.
It's about 1 in 40, 1 in 50 maps you find one of those things. And then, like, some maps
One of
you
the
die.
invitations, or?
Yeah. And then you, like, die in a map, you're like, oh no, what if the invitation was in that one? And I gotta do, like, another 40 or... Oh, something you should do if you haven't done it already. Do you have the loot filter? Or the selling tool? The selling tool?
Not the selling tool.
You might want to pick up one. Because you will find lots of items that you can sell.
Yo! Wait, no, never mind. I thought I just got those gloves. These are demon stitchers. They just look cool and fancy, and they kind of look the same. Sacrifice 13% of your life to gain that much energy shield when you cast a spell. No thanks.
See, that to me sounds really cool for doing a low life build. So it's funny because I actually have a set of those just sitting in my stash tab right now, in my main tab.
But what do you, like, how? How would that work for a low life build?
So you just stack a bunch of energy shield, right? You don't stack any life.
Yeah.
And there are certain mechanics in the game that let you do more damage when you're low life. I don't know what ones they are on the jewels and stuff. It's like a mechanic from Path of Exile 1, right? But essentially, you're just gonna stay on low life by having those and do more damage.
Are the painter's servant gloves any good for anything?
I don't think they're worth much. Yeah.
I feel like they could be good just because there's for the monk anyways, they have the, what is this? 30% increased damage if you've chilled an enemy recently, and then like this is a node that's all kind of like tied together in one little thing. Like this is a notable cluster, I guess. And then there's right below it 30% increased elemental damage if you've ignited an enemy, and then 30% increased elemental damage if you've shocked an enemy. So obviously those gloves are doing all 3 of those things, and you just get all 3 of those buffs constantly, but I'm sure there are things that are better.
No, they're definitely like something we could do. You could build around, absolutely. yeah, I had this thing to do here. I just linked you the, like the loot appraiser thing. It's like a trading tool.
Does it show in game or?
Yep, you just press Control D over an item when you're hovering over an item, and it will price check it for you.
Is it actually accurate?
Yeah, but there's a setting you have to do.
So I've literally just been like, if I see something that looks like it has potential, I just go look at the market and see if there's anything near it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously everything at this point's literally just like one exalt bullshit.
There's...
It's like...
No, you'd be surprised. There's,
Because I had this chess piece that I had bought originally, and then I went and looked on the market, and like, it's the only thing like it, but I don't think anybody's running pure evasion anymore, so it just didn't sell. It's fucking literally 1200 evasion, and then fire, cold, lightning, all like at 30 and above. So like, it's a dope ass chess piece as far as that goes. I was just like, nope, now it's just a fucking exalt essentially, because nobody wants it for a div or anything over.
yeah. Well, the problem with the trade site right now is, it values divine orbs as if they're 10 chaos orbs.
Rip.
Yeah. So that's obviously a very big problem.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Why can't...
Well then, we shield that thing out.
So you'll want to go into the settings on that thing. So like if you press
Yeah.
Control D,
My gear.
go into settings and list it by exalted prices instead of divine, or instead of can't remember what it is. It's like most relevant. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Don't do it by most relevant. Search by exalted or prices.
I usually do, like, I go to exalted first to see if there's anything like listed for exalts, so that, like, the stats wise, like I search the stats and the like little drop downs and everything, and search for exalts first, and then I'll switch to divine, see if there's anything for that.
Like, I think the market is flooded with a lot of items that's listed for a divine that are not worth a divine, because the average person is just going to bring up the trade site and look and be like, oh, divine orb, right?
Yep. Look at my gear.
I ran past a ritual and now I don't know where it is.
Uh-oh.
Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Oh, we got stunned. Oh, last one. Oh god, Kosis is in this one? Okay. Thought I fought him way up top. Okay.
What luck?
Did you send me your gear? No.
No,
Try to
I
show me.
just was streaming, but you're good if you're in a ritual.
Yeah. Let's see. Ever since I put my points into this ritual, I haven't really found much good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like, so the other day, ran a bunch of juiced maps, didn't get dog shit. Put in a little level 7 map just to do a blank node to get rid of it.
Mhm.
Got like 3 exalts and a divine, and it's like, fuck you, bro. Like, literally, just like, why, you know? Like, it just makes the RNG feel that much worse, you know? It's like, well, what's even the point of me juicing those maps if it's literally just gonna come down to RNG?
Well, it does come down to RNG.
Stay light, stay alive.
It's crazy. Kosis. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you killed him, because I killed Kosis over here somewhere. He started in Ritual. So, yeah.
Yes. On with the work.
Yeah, I think if you can get your hands on one of those gloves, I think they'll be really good for you. I've only heard good things. I don't know for certain, but I've definitely heard good things.
You know if Seepage is an open map or if it's doo-doo?
It seems to have good density, but it's not an open map. It's definitely, it's like the place that looks like it's a full of poop. Enclosed.
We'll hit it with this level 8 then. Get it gone. Because I'm on like a kind of coastline, and I got like an oasis. Honestly, like there's really not too many good ones, but I'm just gonna slam this area just so I can have some fun for the most part. But I got like Savannah, Willow, Oasis. I feel like those are good. Riverside. I remember Riverside being good. That's literally just a beach map that goes in a circle, is it not?
Ish, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's that one. Get rid of Augury.
Yeah, you do not want to be doing Augury with the Breach, that's for sure.
Right. So get rid of the seepage. What about Hive? Do you know about that off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think it's... I want to say it's outside. You need, like, big open spaces for your ice strikes to explode a bunch of stuff, right?
Not really. Like, it'll chain, but I just want open maps for the breach.
Plus, I mean,
obviously,
like,
it's
so
better.
Yeah, you can explode those breaches.
Because I was watching some videos and they were saying, like, obviously the breach is trying to spawn stuff on all the edges at all points in time for the most part, but if there's walls and edges, it's not going to spawn shit there. So if you can get them outside, it's just the best case.
Yeah. Well, because the more stuff you kill, the longer it stays open.
That's true.
That is a change.
That's why you want it.
That's a change from PoE1. Pretty sure. I wasn't a breach expert on PoE1, but I never, like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the more you kill, well, I know for a fact the more you kill, the longer it stays open in PoE1.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the case at all. Nice change.
Yeah, he definitely said that was part of the mechanic. And, like, I was watching a video and he explained all the stuff about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like like, my character is not the best breacher, but when I run into them, like, it is noticeable. When you kill a lot of them, that thing stays open for a long time. Absolutely.
It's my favorite so far, just as far as like fun to do.
Mhm.
The rituals, like, they're okay, but I just feel like obviously that I haven't done anything to juice the loot on the inside of them, so they're just dog shit and fucking.
I don't think there's anything you can really do to juice the loot besides, like actually doing the boss and then getting more boss invitations, and then of course getting more omens.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have the more omen things going. In the last 3 maps I've done, I haven't even seen currency items in there. Usually, I see currency items, at least. It's luck of the draw. You should look into putting oils on your maps though, if you haven't seen anything on that. It's gonna put delirium into your maps, which is more mobs, more rares. And it's gonna, if you do it with the purple ones, big pack size. Which big pack size means bigger chaining explosions. So like pack size helps my build as well, right? Just for the poison spread.
Yeah.
But also pack size means more monsters in the rituals, so you get more of the ritual currency to buy stuff with. So that's why I've gone pack size. It's they're actually cheapened out a little bit. I was getting 100 of them for 55 exalts, and you use 3 of them per map.
How are you getting all your exalts?
Selling stuff.
Yeah.
Using that selling tool. Yep.
Yeah, I'd probably install that then. Because I literally sold 0 anything. Well, I'd fucking. So I had this staff. I didn't realize that live search feature thing was a thing.
Okay.
And I had the staff in my stash that had just a good base, like, added fizz roll on it. So I just kept it because it was like a T7. It was like 20 through 50 something that it added. So I kept it back and fucking tossed an exalt on it, and it hit like a plus, or like an increased 80% physical. And then I got 3 instant whispers, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, are these bots, bro? Like, how do they know I just crafted this thing? Because it did turn out like really good. Like,
Yeah.
the top DPS is 500, and then it's like 300, I think.
Wow, congrats.
So like it's not an upgrade for me. Like, I had already bought a pretty decent staff. But
what you had it listed for was under.
it was literally just listed for an exalt. So
Yeah.
like immediately they messaged me. And I was like, yeah, fuck you. Like, what the hell? Like, how do you even know?
I honestly, I'll do that too. Like if I'm trying to sell something, for instance, like these omens, right? I look up, I see that these omens are worth 90 exalts, right? So I list it for 90 exalts. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. All these messages, right? People are trying to buy them out. So I was like, okay, well, we'll just list it at 100. Screw all you guys. Because those are the kind of people that are like, there's a like, it's pretty gatekeepy. I've noticed. Like, PoE 1 wasn't that gatekeepy, but it's very gatekeepy. PoE 2. Like, looking at
Definitely
getting
seems that
ritual.
way. There's this chick that I've been watching that fucking real gatekeepy, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I get wanting new players to have good information, but she was just literally shitting on all these new creators, calling them fucking game tourists and all this other shit. And it's like,
Oh yeah.
PoE was literally made to draw in new people. Like, what the fuck are you on right now?
I didn't watch the videos, but I heard something about that.
Lily something.
PS Lily, yeah. Which is funny because she didn't start really getting popular until PoE 2. Like
Yeah.
I hadn't seen her come up on my feed until PoE 2. In all my years playing PoE 1. Funny, eh?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not shitting on her, but it's just like, the fuck.
Yeah, what I found is like for this ritual stuff, for instance, like even just to buy a ritual tablet, precursor tablet,
Yeah.
you have to like, first off, there are at least 20 exalts, but you have to scroll through pages of them to even find one to buy.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I hate that they don't
peop-
have a sort for those.
Well, people have them set up as automatic buys, so like what I'll do, like what I ended up doing is I just set it to like maximum 20 exalts, and then I just go for number of, like, you know how number of affected 6 maps in range or whatever,
Yeah.
and maps, so I just click on that so it shows for the maximum maps in range, and I just start going down the list. But it's typically like, it's like 20 exalts for a 6 maps for this, which I think
For
is
something
pretty
that
high.
affects 6 of them?
Yeah.
Or just like, are you saying
Yeah. So it's 20 exalts for one tablet.
for one precursor tablet that affects 6 areas?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's
And that's
like
for
it's
the ritual ones?
Yep. It's very gatekeepy. Because that's what
I mean,
I guess the
not, I
ritual
wouldn't consider that
community-
gatekeepy, right? Like, people are just buying them to use them, or are they just buying them and reselling them?
I don't know. Probably buying to use. But like
Yeah.
why does it cost that much? Like, that's crazy.
Because everybody wants them, you know?
Apparently.
Like, if somebody was just fucking ran
Like, what do
straight
you-
endgame and got a bunch of currency and was just buying all those out and then fucking reposting them, yeah, it's gatekeepy as fuck, but they're all just trying to farm
Well,
it for
and
those
then-
invitations to
yeah.
sell and shit, but
Well, again, and that invitation is like 700-ish, between 7 and 800 exalts
yeah.
for the invitation to make your breaches better. And then if you go on a site like TFT to go and like buy a carry, it's still like 10 exalts. Like, yeah, you're not getting into rituals unless you have a good baseline currency.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of gatekeepy in that essence, in my opinion, anyway.
Just
Maybe
the-
that's just a flaw in the game itself right now, that people, or that it has got to that point, the market's reached that point.
yeah, just supply and demand, I would assume, right? Like, I don't imagine they
yeah.
started at that much, but they just
Yeah.
kept constantly getting bought fast, and somebody's like, well, I'll put it up for this much. Immediately got bought. I'll put it up for this much. Immediately
Yeah,
got bought. So
I
they're like,
guess.
well, fuck it. I'm just gonna make money.
I guess so. Oh, what's
Because
this
that's
one?
definitely community driven, like the way the prices work. It's not just one person doing it, they're all doing it, you know?
Yeah, so I guess you would call that a flaw in the game design then.
Not even the game design, that's the community just still just charging people. It's just literally supply and demand. That's all it comes down to.
Well,
Because if there was an
like-
overabundance,
So
you know, and they weren't getting bought as fast, they wouldn't be as much
This
because
is
people
true.
wouldn't be putting them up for that much.
however, now I could be wrong, but like, what do breach tablets go for?
I haven't bought a single one, so I couldn't tell you.
And
Like
you
that's
haven't- you
I was
haven't-
about to bring up your point of it just comes back to just play the game, you know?
Well, here's the thing. You don't
have to do all that to
No.
get a speed run to that shit, you know?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, and I've noticed this too, is because I have quite a few breach tablets too, right? The drop rate for breach tablets seems to be in a good spot. The drop
Yeah.
rate for ritual tablets is not in a good spot. Out of
No,
the,
have you not been getting them?
I've gotten 3 in all of the ones that I've run. And I've used probably 12.
And I assume you have the node for more precursor tablets.
So it's like, the issue is that like obviously when breach monsters spawn, there's a lot of breach monsters, so there's lots of chances for that to drop. Whereas
True.
with ritual, like there's not that many mobs that spawn in those little ritual alpha areas, so you don't really get the chances for them to spawn.
Is the devouring diadem worth anything?
You could install the thing and check it out yourself.
I don't know how.
Oh, yes you do. It'll change your life, Stash. This app changed my life.
I had a girl change my life once. I mean, what?
It's never for the better.
I mean, it depends.
I mean, I guess if she got you to start showering or something, it'd be okay.
Can I just throw in a folder like fucking?
I don't think
filtered?
you don't throw it in your PoE folder. You just install it wherever. It's like a separate app entity thing. I was gonna say there's 50 monsters left on that. I don't know. You should look into putting Delirium on your map. So if you're, yeah, your character can obviously handle it. So it costs 3 exalts extra per map, and you will like the results. The guild already had this. This weapon's critical hit chance is 100%. Crits do not deal extra damage. I remember this name from PoE 1.
Dollar.
Guild tab already has one, so we disenchant you.
On with the work. Go on.
ID, do a salvage. These guys could be good.
What can I do for you?
See, like,
Until next time.
quality of life is such an improvement for shit, bro. I don't understand, man. Like, playing Tarkov, obviously I stopped for a while and was playing this, like, single-player Tarkov mod before they released their PvE stuff. And, like, obviously the community knows what they want, so all this stuff, like, once you get back in your stash and you put everything in there, all you had to do was, like, hover over an item, and it would pull down the little drop down that's normally there just to give you, like, the basic info, but there's now added, like, the lowest price on the flea market, and then the highest price that one of the traders will buy it from you for. So you can either hit like control right click to automatically post it to the fucking flea market for the price that it's showing you, or you can hit control left click to sell it to the highest trader, depending on which one is higher for you. And it's just like, shit like that just should already be thought of, man. It's fucking 2025, bro. But no. Microtransactions.
Right? Let's try this map. By the way, Stash, this is the kind of stuff that you can do to your maps if you use those delirium things on them. So I'm putting pack size on mine, and then it makes the areas delirious as well, so
Oh, hey! That thing that I was talking about earlier? Literally that thing I was talking about earlier. Somebody wants it for the div.
oh,
The
nice.
chess piece.
Congrats. Evasion's still a thing. Absolutely, it's very good. I know well, you know, it's kind of the same. Back in the day with, well, not back in the day, but when people in Path of Exile 1 push a mechanic called Delve, it's kind of similar in the way that you only get 1 life, right? And basically they're just trying to progress down deeper and deeper into this mine on these nodes. It's kind of like our Atlas tree, right? So if you can imagine that our Atlas tree was directional and you'd want to go down as far as you could go,
Quite nice.
that's what Delve was like. And what people used to do for pushing down further and further is at a certain point the monsters hit so hard there's no defensive mechanic that can survive. So they just stack evasion rating and they just go
Right.
down and try and kill everything before it kills them. So yeah, evasion is a thing.
The monks are hybrid evasion energy shield, obviously.
That's what I've done. I'm 3,000 energy shield with 81 evasion and pretty darn tanky.
So the node that you have to regen your energy shield with your life flask and everything, pretty much everybody's using that, right? Because it's good in a sense, but
Yeah.
you can't use that to regen your overflow. So like you're only getting your max back and everybody's using the Grim Feast and everything, but Rax, the one thing that I think he is genius for is he, like, either his community or he came up with the idea to use that weapon set stuff. So now I carry, like, this was only actually meant for his bossing version too, though, so he could instantly get his double energy shield back when he was doing bosses and stuff. But
Oh, I think I
so
understand.
now, yeah, like, but you can't take meditate and that node together. Like, you literally can't have both at the same time, and you can't even allocate like that node to regen your energy shield with the life flask as a weapon set node because it's like a notable or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So you can't even take it as that, so I wasn't really understanding what was going on because I was trying to set it and take meditate at the same time.
Right.
And like it just wasn't letting me, so I just stuck with meditate at the very beginning because obviously I hadn't leveled my Grim Feast. And I was like, Grim Feast is dog shit, right? Like, it's barely overcapping me and barely giving me anything back, and if I just use my meditate, I can instantly get it all back when I want. But now, like, I have both going, and I'm already used to this play style, so, like, literally I just have my fucking meditate always, and I fucking have all these nodes with the weapon set to just faster energy shield regen. And I
Okay.
can get that double in like a 1 second, and I'm max.
Okay.
And then obviously I just use Grim Feast to maintain it as far as that goes. So it's just like, I don't know if it's better, but it definitely feels better in my opinion.
Probably depends on your playstyle, right? Like I'm throwing poison blasts and stuff, so I'm not I'm not in their face all the time. So like I'm not. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I definitely get careless and I'll just go face tank things, and that's when I die. But I'm trying my best not to get hit all the time, and when I do get hit, well then I just pull my class back.
Yeah.
But doing this ritual stuff, sometimes there's these things called rat tornadoes, and they sit on top of you. And having the ability to spam my life flask that has an instant on it and stay alive is pretty nice.
Yeah. Fair enough.
There's definitely been a lot of panicking times when I'm like spamming my life flask.
Don't mind if I do. Too slow.
Oh wow, I'm still in a party with that dude. Well, hopefully he's happy with his best priest.
Have you managed to get your fourth ascendancy, by the way?
No, but I got a shit ton of tokens. I just haven't really bothered yet because, like, actually I could. That would take away that node, so like
Could
it would
always
give
run
me
if
a
you wanted
little
to.
bit of stuff. It's just not that fucking important in my opinion. Although it could be potentially, and I just don't know yet. Because
The
it's
last
like,
node for you.
Well, like, I wouldn't even be able to get the Unbound avatar anymore because, like, obviously I'm just spec'd into the very top line for the stuff that gives me spirit for my energy shield and evasion rating on my chest piece. That's where the spirit comes for this build, so you can have
Okay.
so much.
Right.
And then the second little line that splits off is meditate, so 2 go into that, so I'm already 2 short into like the end point of the top line, and obviously I don't take the protect me from harm because that converts your fucking evasion rating to armor and takes away from your actual evasion, and obviously armor is dog shit, so
Right.
that's worthless. And then I would have to use 4 to even get to the Unbound avatar, but there's like 2 in, I get gain 10% extra damage as cold damage, and on freezing an enemy create shield ground. Or I could go for the opposite, just, well, not really the opposite, the same thing, but as shocked. Shocking enemies create shock down, 10% extra lightning damage. Or I could get something that's completely useless, and triggered spells deal 16% increased spell damage, and then meta skills gain 35% more energy. I don't use any of that shit. And then going straight down, I could get the end node, scattered them with to the winds. It grants elemental expression, and I might try that
Mm-hmm.
just for something flashy. And you melee
What's that
crit
one do?
stuff, fucking creates a fiery explosion, an arcing bolt of lightning, or an icy wave of projectiles. The chance for an explosion is proportional to your strength, for a bolt proportional to your dexterity, and for a wave proportional to your intelligence.
That sounds alright.
Until next
Just throw out some flashy elemental shit on crits.
Mm-hmm. That's gotta help with your damage, right?
I would assume a little bit. But that's not really where I'm having problems. Mana and survivability.
Mm. I just filled my map. The friggin' hyena boss, he always stomps me.
Can definitely be pretty brutal.
So
Luckily,
like,
I just freeze them.
so here's something, Stash, that this is good for, right? So I know there's a jewel called the Adorned, right? And the Adorned makes corrupted magic jewels have a percent increased value, right? It goes from, I think in PoE 2 it goes up to 80 or maybe 100%. Either way, people are looking for blue jewels. So I can do Control D with this trade tool, right? I can click on the spell damage, the mana rate, take the item level off, any jewel, rarity, magic. And I can easily sell that for 30, 40 Exalted Orbs.
That gem right there?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Yep.
Why?
Because it is blue, it has the opportunity to be turned corrupted. Right?
So it's not even the stats on it, or is it
No,
just
it
because
is.
it's blue?
It's because
Okay.
it's blue still, because they have to be blue to be affected by that unique jewel. So I'm just going to list it for 20 exalts, so it should sell fairly quick. And that's how I get my exalted orbs, through stuff like that using the price checker.
I mean, I've been literally saving all my jewels and stuff. Like, I got so much shit just piled in my stash that it was like, looks like it could be good.
No. Oh, no.
I played Tarkov. I hoard loot. Whiskey, that's what I do.
Yeah. That was sad. That was sad dying to that boss. I
I'm
should have done
like,
the
I'm
last.
just now weaning off of picking up every yellow.
Oh.
I've slowly stopped doing that. But that's where I was to begin with. Every single one.
Well, I'm glad you've stopped doing that. If it has the word expert in front of it, pick it up. If it doesn't, don't.
But see, not even. Like, some of these fucking staffs, bro, are nutty.
Oh, the stabs and stuff like that, they don't have those tags. So yeah, you pick up all
Well,
the
they do.
stabs and
Like,
suckers and stuff like
the
that. Oh,
staffs
your
still
stab.
do.
Oh, really? So like
Yeah.
nutty with elemental damage, or
You know, just like the increased fizz and stuff.
And even though it's an expert, or even though it's advanced and not expert,
Mm-hmm. Like,
It's
I've
still
gotten
good?
some pretty good advanced ones.
Hmm.
Like, look at this. Just pop the stream real quick. Look at this advanced one. But obviously it hasn't sold, so I don't understand why.
Oh wow, +6? Link it. I tell you what. Link it, I'll give it a price check for you.
How do we do that again?
Control Alt. So something like this will probably do elemental DPS, right? Along with physical DPS.
Mm-hmm. I just figured somebody would buy it to try and like chaos it or something because of that fucking elemental and the crit that it has and the +6, you know? Like it could just get that increased elemental damage and there are elemental monk builds.
So if I show it using the physical with elemental damage separate, yeah, so with +6 with that physical and LEDPS, it's saying like an exalt.
That's what I have it up for. Nobody wants it.
There's a ton of them, that's why.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because I bet that +6 is really strong, right?
I would assume, to a certain extent.
You got Ratnados.
And it's like, that's not fucking qualityed, it's not runed, nothing. So like, got potential.
That could be the issue, is that you need to quality and rune it.
Yeah, but I don't want to fucking spend all that shit to get one exalt. Oh fuck! All that shit costs more than one exalt. The hell?
I know.
Like that is how I got some good pieces. To be honest, was looking for shit that wasn't qualityed and wasn't fucking ruined yet, because people put it up for way cheaper for some reason. Because they like either that or it's just somebody that really doesn't understand what they have. Because I'll be looking at stuff that's like at the top of the list and I'm sorting by DPS or like by actual energy shield and all that. And then it's like all this stuff is at the top and it's like 300, 300, and then you see this one that's literally just a little bit lower but not qualityed and not runed, so it's like obviously that's going to be way higher than 300 at the end, but it's priced with all the others, so it's like that's clearly the better option.
Yep. That's exactly what I did with my gear too. You just like look for the cheap stuff that's, you know, not fully finished.
Yeah.
And then, like, you might have to take a gamble with an exalt or something, and you might lose a couple times, but at the end of the day, you're gonna spend like 20 exalts on an item that's worth multiple divines.
Is that a good ring whiskey?
It's better if you send them to me, and then I can like see it a little better. Retray, dual stat, big cold damage.
Are you looking for cold damage?
Fuck you.
Oh, hey, Gimmick.
Hey.
Cold.
Two different responses.
Cold
Yes and no.
is strength. So on that, I would say I'd highlight the cold and the fizz, like both colds, the fizz, and the strength, right?
I got a ring that might help with that if you're looking for cold damage. It's called Call of the Brotherhood.
Nah.
I'm just
Unique rings are dog poop.
there's nothing coming up on the trade. Probably because. Oh, let me take that off.
Oh shit. That was a big meanie.
Without your 45% increased cold damage, it's showing like 10 exalts, 20 exalts.
Well, I spent 1.5 on that.
Div? Or exalts?
Yeah.
Div?
Yeah.
I could see why. Like, there's nothing coming up on the trade with all the damage mods together. Plus it has a stat. So I could see that being okay.
It was definitely an upgrade, but it's like,
And then
had I
like,
just waited and spent like 3 div on a ring, obviously I could have bought a lot better one, you know?
so that percent cold damage is a tier 6. Whereas your physical damage is a tier 9. Although, truth be told, I haven't seen much higher. I can't recall seeing any higher than 30% cold damage, so that might be the max. So if that's the case, then
I did
it's a good
sort
buy.
by the increased cold damage and then like looked at stuff that had similar like added DPS and stuff to it and based it off of that, so it was like kind of a well-rounded thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. How's gimmick been?
I got my finished like cruelty and everything with my new monk,
Oh, nice.
so I'm just starting to do maps now. I have to like get my stats where I need them so I can put get all the spells that I need for my build. Although I'm not sure.
You probably got a bunch of old gear that you could use if you're just getting to that point.
It's like a flicker. Mine's is like a flicker strike build.
Are
I
you
saw.
following whatchamacallits? Oh, I don't want to do this. My fucking frames are taking it because of that smoke too. I hate this shit. That's not actually. Usually the shader is just freaking out when the smoke is fucking being released. But I forget his name. His YouTube channel's like Goblin Incorporated or something.
I think that's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one that I was gonna follow when I wasn't really feeling Rax's build anymore because I had got to a point where I hadn't upgraded stuff and the Ice Strike wasn't feeling good anymore, so I'd start looking at his builds and that's what I was gonna go for. It definitely looks fun. And I trust him, like, his builds are good. That's who I followed in in Diablo for that Druid build and everything. Pretty sure you're following that build too now.
Kinda unlucky with the rewards there. At least we got an exalted orb.
All that for an orb of augmentation. Fuck a strong box.
Yeah, I think most people skip them.
Yeah, I didn't mean to click on it, but I did, so I just stayed and stuck around for it.
They're good if you can
Dude
roll.
died from hitting me. That's always funny.
If you roll the extra rares coming out of the strong boxes, then I'd say they're worth sticking around for.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't roll the the rare monsters coming out of them, then yeah. Not to the best.
Stop. Have you installed that filter gimmick?
I figured I'm gonna need it in the loot filter.
Yeah, it makes the game just feel better. Stuff like, I really wish stuff was that just in the base game, you know?
Yeah, it's a little like it's been how many years and they don't have drops. At least like for the more expensive
back in there.
currencies, right? Like highlighted.
I'm just kind of getting started. I haven't really gotten anywhere. Sorry, I'm getting
It's
anything
just
yet.
the visuals and the sound effects and like the fact that it actually marks it on the map, so you don't have to be like, oh, you know, like I ran away from that exalted orb and now I have no clue where it is.
Just gonna finish. Oh, we still need to finish the map. What am I saying? Oh, there it goes. Say we're still gonna clear our map here. Ooh, that gold.
But it will change your life. It definitely made it feel a lot better for me, in my opinion. Just the sounds, the stuff dropping, the colors of it's different. It feels like a video game.
There, and I put the trade macro in PoE chat there. Because that will also change your life. If you're
I
ever
haven't
interested.
fully installed that yet. I downloaded it, but I didn't actually finish doing that.
Yeah. At the very least, it'll tell you what a unique
Protected
item
your
is worth.
PC. What are you trying to make me get, Whiskey?
It is not clown porn, if that's what you're asking. All that is linked to Blue's computer. That's where it stays.
Running this app might put your PC at risk. Is this how all the fucking streamers have been getting hacked? They come download Sidekick.
It's funny because that was like one of my first thoughts on it, but no. There's some speculation, and I tend to agree with it, that it probably has to do with RMT sites.
You think so?
Probably.
What, like they already bought shit or something?
Yeah, like you do an RMT. Then those guys know that obviously you spent money, so they'll look into your account later or whatever. And who's gonna admit to using RMT, right?
Yeah.
So it only makes sense to me. They sell you something, and then a couple days later, they take it
Come
back.
take it back.
Back on the market. I mean, there's clearly RMT sites that are doing it. Like it only makes sense that RMT sites would be
Right.
doing that.
Yeah, it's not just some random person getting currency.
I guess it's a pretty big cartel of... Well, I don't know if you call it a cartel, but I think it was an Asmon, pretty sure it's an Asmon video covering a video, you know? Like, it's pretty widespread throughout a lot of games,
Yeah.
and very organized.
Well, it's getting crazy in WoW now from the fucking everyone starting to fucking hunt down hardcore bots.
Yeah,
And the real money traders are fucking getting pissed off to the point where they're threatening like killing like people responsible for it.
I don't think there's enough bots being killed out there that would affect their profits if they're running the kind of numbers that they're supposedly running.
No, it's mainly on hardcore. It's because it's hardcore mode. So like once their bots die, they have to restart everything. and it's a lot harder to like raise a bot that you have to be careful that it, like if it dies once, it's dead. It's gone forever.
Yeah, but that's just one cog in the whole wheel of everything they're doing too, right? So it's not like they're making the majority of their income from hardcore WoW.
Yes, oh, I mean,
From
yeah.
lots of different entities, including games like Path of Exile.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just they're just having some attention going on there, from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking tabs you out when you do that little tool thing, though.
Control D? It shouldn't. It should just go over top of your thing. And then you just... So you want to click the little cog wheel. And then...
Fucking minimizes my game.
Oh, are you running windowed full screen?
Yeah. Well, no, just full screen.
If you do windowed full screen, it shouldn't minimize your game.
Question, how do I get the last 2 of my ascension points?
You mean the last 2 points or the last 4 points?
The last 4 points.
You have to do those trials again at higher level.
On cruelty.
Yep.
But I like it's all the events that I've gone to, like all the little jewels I've gotten. Like, is there already something there at the shrine or waiting for me to just go and it will automatically start, or because everything I've gotten just says like this will not give you any ascension points?
I think it's level 68-ish for your next one, and then 77 or higher for your final one.
Okay.
So you click a little cogwheel stash, and then under item trade settings, currency of listed items, set it to Exalted Orb.
Come again?
So if you click that little cogwheel, right? It'll bring up your settings.
So let's see, control D. Okay, it didn't minimize me that time. Let's see, does it just copy the stats that are on the staff already?
Yep, but
Or do
before
I have
you
to put all that stuff in?
before you do that, click the little cogwheel in the top right. Right? And then that brings up your settings.
Yeah.
So click that. Once you're in there, under item trade settings, so set the currency of listed items, set that to Exalted Orbs.
Okay. What about that percent crap?
So that will automatically set the values to 10% underneath what the values of your item are. So it's basically going to undervalue your items, what that means. You could set that to exact values if you want.
What, will this post stuff for me too?
Nope. It sets it to that when it price checks. So once you've done that, just close out of that, close out again, right? And then what you can do is press Control D on an item you want to price check, right? So you'll see that there's little boxes that you can check.
Over here.
Hey, old geek, how you doing?
It's nowhere near like the staff.
So yeah, you're gonna click the boxes, and it will give you, it'll show the value, like either a minimum, you could click it again for max, or the value equals. I would recommend keeping it on as minimum. And so what that 10% meant under the settings, like that's what it'll default everything as 10% under. But you can always change that value. You just, It's a little bit annoying because if your mouse goes off of where you're typing, then it like closes it and you have to do it again. But you can manually put it in. But for most items, what I like to do is I won't select it as a base type. I'll select item class. And then click the modifiers that you think are relevant that will make it worth something. So like if it's a pair of boots, for instance, I'll click on the evasion energy shield boots. I'll click on evasion energy shield. I'll make sure the values aren't too low. You're farming Trial of Chaos. If your buddy wants to tag along, for my next run, he can get his points 5 and 6. I can ask him. Hey, Stash, there's a viewer who's doing the Trial of Chaos runs. He said if you want to tag along with him, he can get you the Ascendancy points.
What, for his fourth one?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking to Gimmick?
Oh, I'm talking to you, Stash.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, anyway, yeah, so you pick the relevant mods, you hit search, and then it should show you just the first search results, going from lowest to highest. You can actually click, there's like a little square with an arrow pointing to the top right. If you click that, it'll open the trade website with the things that you had selected on, like with your item basically punched into the trade site.
Yeah.
If you need to take a better look.
That's pretty nifty. It's showing that, like, that staff that I did craft earlier, the only thing close to it, there is one with +4. About the same DPS and stuff. It's going for 230 exalt.
230 exalts? Dang.
Yep.
You made a pretty nice staff. The heck?
I linked it to you, didn't
Nope.
I? Maybe not.
Not that one.
Hello. I'll be here, waiting.
Yeah, you didn't link this one. We do physical DPS. We do.
So, I don't understand why that's not better than the one I have, to be honest.
There's nothing out there. Jesus. Yeah, that's
When I
crazy.
put
There's
it
nothing
on-
out there. So
It did go up this time. I'm confused now.
in an instance like your stash or like your staff,
Maybe I just keep that and use it? Question mark.
your stash in an instance like that, right? That dexterity is going to make it worth more, right? Because you're going to be stacking dex, right? So dexterity.
But it's
on your
like-
staff.
So when I was into more of a hybrid tree, I really don't understand how this is doing more now. But when I first made that and equipped the first one that I just linked to you, the really good one, it was giving me a decrease in DPS on my Ice Strike skill. But now when I put it on, it goes up by like 3,000 at least. But also, like, now that my skill's at 21, I'm probably going to have even more mana problems. But the staff that I just linked to, the second one, is the one that I'm currently using, and I don't have mana problems with it. And it's still pretty good, but that's what I was told to, like, search for by the second person I was following for the Ice Strike build.
So the Maelstrom pile, eh? That one's saying it's like 70, 80 exalts. Your first one is way more.
Yeah.
The first one, you actually want to look up its price in Divine Orbs because there's none listed for Exalts at all. And the ones that are listed for Exalts that come anywhere near that are, like, it's going to be undervalued compared to what it'll be worth in Divines, that Kraken Roar.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put that
Pretty
back in
sure.
stash for now. Well, when I did it the first time, like it brought it up, and I had found that one for 230. Same base type and everything. Because I clicked the 40%, the 80%, the add fizz, the +3, the dex.
So make sure it says minimum 3. It didn't put it down to a 2. Make sure.
What do you mean minimum 3?
So it might be say minimum 2
Uh-huh.
in purple. So make sure that is 3 because that's a big deal, right? Done with my. Okay, so. There's that guy's name stash. He'll carry you through a trial of chaos.
Oh, but now I'm not seeing it. Why is that?
I would imagine I haven't done a carry of trial of chaos, but I'd imagine you just kind of hang back in the previous room, and he'll do everything. You just tag along,
Okay.
unless of course
So I
he
wonder
wants
if
you with him.
somebody just bought that fucking other one that was going for 230 because I'm not seeing it anymore. I didn't have anything else selected. Increase and take that off. That just brings up a whole bunch more. Yeah, that's odd. Maybe get rid of the dex.
Give him. I just invited you, Stash, but give him these.
One for 110.
Tis the least we can do for him. He's saying he has so much stuff to sell and he's too afraid to get hacked.
What, he doesn't want to download that thing?
No, he doesn't. I guess the rumor going around, right, with people getting hacked is that when you invite them to your hideout or whatever. I don't think guys like me or you have to worry, Stash. If someone hacked our shit, they wouldn't really be getting that much.
Yeah, but I would be losing all that much.
That's true. I don't want to be that guy to... I don't want to say it
Yeah, I
in
thought they
case
said
I'm
they put up
wrong.
an auction house. An in-game auction house.
No.
I don't want to be the... I don't want to say it in case I'm wrong, but I am pretty sure that the people who are getting hacked are emptying. Or at least, obviously, dealing with people who are MT, right? So I don't think guys like us have to worry. I can do my next map here. So yeah, if you just message that guy Stash, he'll run you through. Just at and then his name.
I just sent him a friend request.
No, that works too.
I was just about to put those ultimatums
Like-
in my stash.
I find it really hard to believe that inviting someone to your hideout would enable them to hack you. I just
Yeah.
like
Unless there's some
we're not-
serious fucking back end security risks.
we're not Diablo 4 here, okay? We're not all sharing this. We're not loading everybody's stash in. I'm the PoE here, right in my thing here. Yeah, I made a couple big sales today, so we'll see if I get hacked. Selling some of the invitations that I got for the invitation relics, or what would you even call them? Just the unique relics from Sanctum, or from the Trial of Sekimas. I was selling them for 280 exalts each. So if I get hacked tomorrow, then maybe it'll be a thing. It probably will be a thing. So it just means we do like we do in any game like that, where you lose your stuff when you log off. We just used it all before. We just use all our currencies tonight by the end of the stream. Just gamble it all away. It is kind of interesting, like some of the negative attention that XL2 has gotten, just from kind of malicious parties that never bothered with Path of Exile 1.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did all the time and you just never knew.
He's just using this shout build.
Oh, nice. I heard that's a really strong one. I haven't seen it in action.
He's literally just forcing them onto the edge of the map and just shouting them down and they die.
Nice. So you're in there with him fighting?
Yeah.
Nice. You probably could have done it yourself too, like a Trial of Chaos.
That's what I'm feeling. Like I'm literally just one-shotting this stuff, the mobs as far as that goes, but obviously it gets harder.
So the bird bosses get a little bit spooky. I don't know if you remember fighting them or not, or if you had to fight. There's like a bird that births like a creature that you killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also like a bird man, and the bird man is really scary. He turns himself into a giant tornado that chases you around, and if you don't have very high movement speed, you can get caught up in it and you just die.
Does this place like nuke your mana regen and stuff?
It can, depending on the trial parameters, like on what he selects. So he very well may have selected something that nuked your mana.
Because I literally hit one time and then I'm like out of mana.
So there are quite a few build bricking things that can happen in the Trial of Chaos, right? Like reduced mana regen, like
it is so bad.
yeah, like no evasion, like reduced area of effect and projectile speed, like that kind of thing. So if he's like running around not needing mana or has like instant
I
mana
just gotta
regen.
push off that goddamn thing.
Yeah, it's basically 10 rooms of you getting nerfed every room. 10 rooms, 10 nerf. 3 boss
Probably
fights.
why that shout build is so good.
My poison concoction build's pretty good for that, actually. I don't know if I could carry, because the boss damage is like... It's okay, but nothing crazy. So I don't know if I'd be able to carry, but I could certainly do it on by myself very consistently. I've actually fought the Trial Master once. You have to do, like, when you finish the trials, the 10-stage trials, you get a key at the end. And you need 3 different keys to fight the Trial Master at the end of the 10 rooms. And depending on who the last boss is that you fight, because it's not always the same, they rotate. Or it's like random what the last one you fight is. So sometimes you'll do it like 5 times in a row and get 5 of the same key.
Oh shit, hold on, give me a second.
Yep, don't die. Oh, 3-3. How'd we do? Ooh, hey, look at that. There's a divine orb in my thingy-merbob. That's nice. Always defer the first page. Make sure nothing's there. So that's nice. It's really nice. That'll make up for the divine orb I accidentally spent earlier. Alright, then we'll just be able to take that regal. Take that. Look at that. Ritual paying off after all. That reminds me, I have to put my divine orbs in a different tab so I don't accidentally use them again. Oh, so sad. What do I need the divine orbs for? Nothing really, so it's not like it really matters, but still probably should not be accidentally using them. Dang, that's like some big packs there. Should have just hit him with a contagion. Map complete. Ow. Jerk. At least it's not a rat tornado. You just feel gross when those things touch you. Still hanging in there, Stash?
Yes, good eating.
I think Stash died. He's dead. Oh, no. I think Stash might have gone into a different Discord.
On with the work.
Int, fire res. That could be good. That's worth crafting on. That's potentially good too. Ish. We hit attack speed, so that's also worth crafting on. Oh boy, okay. Make sure we're... You know what? Divines, go there.
Rip. I died in that fucking trial like a doofus.
Oh no.
But I go play some Tarkov for a little bit with Kim. And then she'll probably get off here in a little bit. But I'll come back.
Alright, catch you later. Ooh, that hit nice on that. Unlucky. This one, I think we're full up on suffixes. This one, we also hit mana regen. So we're also full up on suffixes. So let's just do a quick price check. I don't think they're worth anything now. Bring that to 30. Keep that at 30. And Topaz Ring. Search. Yeah, not worth selling. This one. Amethyst Ring. Keep those the same. We'll do the fizz damage. So we'll see. Dual res fizz damage. Looks like it sells for 20 chaos. It should sell just fine. Yeah, I am running tier 15s there. The Old Geek. I like the name. Thanks for trying to run Stash through. He's not really used to the group play so much, so I guess he ended up getting himself killed, but it happens. Hopefully he didn't mess it up for you. Let's see, we put this in with our crafting stuff. We sell this for 20 exalts. And we have 3 of these to break down. Unlucky. Yeah, so the maps that I'm running... Are we done? I think we were done. Are we done? Pretty sure. I have a memory of a goldfish. 1 monster remains. Okay, we're good. Needs a massive upgrade. Yeah, this game's kind of definitely it's pretty demanding, isn't it, for your PCs? I'm running a fairly new one, so I'm okay at least for now. Ooh, laggy. What am I lagging? Weird. Okay. So, the maps we are running, I have prepared a bunch in here, but where are we? Tier 15s? Basically, I alchemied them if they were white. If they were blue, then I just regaled them, and then put the pack size on them, and then corrupted them. In our tree, we have gone for maximum pack size, so along with some magic pack size, the Deadly Evolution. I guess we haven't got maximum pack size. We could have gone up into here. But anyway, we've gone Deadly Evolution. Bigger blue packs, because I guess you get blue packs in the rituals. Pack size, we didn't touch that because we didn't quite have enough points. We're into the pack size in here. Well, these are number of monster packs. Into Corrupted Infusion, that's why we've corrupted all of our maps, so that the Waystones they're corrupted an additional time, so hopefully they get good stuff. I'm into some quantity of precursor tablets.
So, what am I trying to achieve on the map, on the end game map?
Just give me 1 second, I'll let you know. And then we come up through here for the effect of the tablets, up into more pack size, and unstable energies. And right now we only have Ominous Portents. We've only found one King of the Mist so far. When we find the second one, we'll go into the next one. So we find more Audience of the Kings. And then thirdly, Tempting Offers for the additional reroll. And then Promised Devotion for the deferring favors, costs, reduced tribute, and they appear sooner. Okay. So what you're trying to achieve, basically you're gonna have a quest, right, to do all tier 1 maps. So once you do that, once you do that, if you press Control U, it will bring up your Atlas passive tree.
Okay.
The big one that should say 0 out of 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Geek, I'm running 200 Magic Find. And then,
I am looking.
so yeah, so you'll get to put points into those trees. So once you do all those tier 1 maps, you'll get 2 points to spend in this tree. And then it's going to ask you to do all tier 2s and tier 3s all the way up to tier 15. And eventually you'll have 30 Atlas points to use in that Atlas tree.
And then you build it towards like what you like to do.
Kind of, sort of, but not really. It's not quite the same as Path of Exile 1. This one, you can build to it based on, yeah, I guess kind of what you want to do, but what I would recommend for starting off is building for, like, rarity of Waystones, rarity of items found in your maps, Waystones having a chance to be tier higher, like that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
It's gonna help you, sustain. Yeah, and then from there, there's the different mechanics. If you look at your Atlas tree, right? Oops, sorry, wasn't pushing to talk. From there, you have other mechanics. You can take a look at your Atlas tree. You'll see you can hover over some of these nodes that have pictures on them and hold Alt. Can you hold Alt? Maybe you can click on them. If you click on them, then you can hover over them and you'll see, like, contains a breach, contains a ritual, contains a delirium mirror, right? Those are mechanics from Path of Exile 1 that I'll do different things, right? And you can further specialize in those by running them. When you run them, you might find something called a precursor tablet. Let me link it to you. Oh, we're not friends. We're not in the same building, that's why.
I haven't had a chance to add you guys yet to my friends list and everything on here.
Yeah, what's your character name?
Shaolin God _God, I believe.
Shaolin God.
HAAOLIN _God.
SHAAOLIN.
Sorry, OLIN _God.
SHALOIN. Can you just maybe type it and send it to me? Stupid. Or you could stream it to me, sure. SHAOLIN. Maybe I'm just dyslexic. Try it again. Fat fingering it. There we go. You'll find items like this. And what you can do with those items is put them in those towers that you see around, and they will affect in a massive area. And what they'll do is they'll add more of that mechanic into the map, or into your atlas, and then you can run more of that mechanic.
Okay.
Okay. There is another thing too. It's kind of like the endgame chase, right? If you go there, you're going to see a burning monolith kind of close to where you are. You might have to go out a little bit, but you'll find a burning monolith. You go there, and it'll tell you that there's... that's like the Uber boss that's in there. What you're going to have to do is go and find these different citadels and fight the bosses in those citadels and get the keys, bring the keys back, and fight the Uber boss. That's kind of like the end game goal. Okay, let's let's
Gotcha.
finish some of this. So slicks are not working for this, but we can definitely... Can we? No, we can't hit that oasis yet. That's a slick. You are a slick. You are a step. We can do you. So tier 15. I can absolutely 450 magic find support. Holy. That might be fun. I'm not really ready for that quite yet, I don't think. I'm just chilling, doing my own thing. But thanks for the offer, I appreciate it. I have just over 200 magic find on my guy. I am definitely not a hard carry, that's for sure. I'm just throwing poison flasks. Throwing some flasks, spreading some poison. If I was more of a zoomer, I would say absolutely. Definitely not zooming around though. I mean, I guess kind of zooming. My character has some move speed, but I feel like your talents would be wasted. Yeah, I've specifically, I can run Giga Blasphemy knows. I mean, you know what? If you're okay with not going warp speed, then absolutely. We could absolutely do something. Thing is, if, like,
It's quite nice.
you might outdamage me. We're gonna precursor tablet. Here. Go. Let's see how things go. One thing I don't do is I don't even pay attention to really what's rolled on the maps. So hopefully it doesn't mess you up too much. Is that you? Okay. Give her the old college try. Here, let's just one sec here. Let's go and do you see the Discord? The Discord link in the on my stream there? I know it's not the most fun one to type in, but if you join that Discord, I'll meet you in the chat over there, just to make things easy. That way we can communicate. Hey, Gimmick, I'm gonna pop over to the other Discord. Gonna run some maps with this guy. I'll shoot you. I don't think I've invited you to that one yet. I'll shoot you an invite. It's just just my streaming Discord.
No problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna send me an invite, but I'm just gonna watch a TV show.
Oh, good man. I'll hold some maps back for you too.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. If I don't hear from you again later this evening, just have a good night.
All right, you too. Catch you later.
Later.
I'll just yeah, I'm just chilling in General 1 there. If you don't want to voice chat, that is absolutely okay as well. No worries here. I can't enter your map. Oh, there you go. Oh, you know why? It's because I had it paused. That's funny. That's actually kind of cool. Weird. I am on US, Washington DC, US. So hopefully it's not too laggy for you.
Prepare yourself.
So we're just playing with... Oh man, you were not kidding when you said Giga Curse. These guys are barely moving. So are you okay then with we'll just do the short allocation drops? And you get what you get and you don't get upset? Kind of thing? It usually works out that I'm usually on the shit end of that stick, so Usually when I play with people, whenever a Divine Orb drops, it's usually for them. Which you know, you get what you get, right? That's crazy curses, dude. You built a monster. I almost feel bad because I don't do enough, like, screen clears. It's just silly. That's awesome. And yeah, if you don't see me pick up anything, then by all means, please pick it up. That's that blink, eh? The Beyond monsters get a little bit annoying with my build. Just the way they pop up. Lots of plaster on. Yeah, this is just gross. Alright. We can't have everything be dropping for me. The problem with Ritual is it really, like, you have to be right on top of it to show up, eh? So unfortunately it means kind of like run into every corner of the map. Here you are probably like chilling with you gotta have Temporalis going probably. Just chilling with all this crazy gear, I bet. You'll have to show me what your gear is when we're done the map. Or maybe you don't want to if you don't want to get your stuff stolen. Oh, lightning bolts. Alright, we'll take that off. We'll do the whiskey version of blasting as best as I can, I promise. So that was the map. And we do need to find that last thingy-mabob. Grab those lower tier waystones. I was actually just selling them. They sell for really good gold. Here's the last one. It's just time has stopped. Oh my god. Okay, what do we get in the ritual? We got... Okay, so we have to defer. Defer item. Defer item. Quick check. Just the world's fastest skim over of this items. Okay, next. Defer that. Confirm. And we can straight up buy that. Cool. Reporters around. Well, that was probably the safest map I've ever done. Just dump. Okay, next. Do these in here. Well, these are T16s on, like, if there's the ability to turn it into tier 18. Crypt. Rarity, gold. Here, we'll just do that. It's actually going to be big pack size. Very big pack size. Got Omni right off the rip. Maybe we'll get something good.
Bones to dust.
That's funny. I love it. Oh, there you go. All yours. They all drop for you. Something's being mean. Oh, it's the Beyond guys. They are real jerks. They're stuck me all the time. Scary. This is awesome.
Nowhere to run.
Going light speed by terms of how fast I usually run maps. I'm usually just poking around, you know, stop, pick this thing up, pick that thing up. But, you know, if we are going for the ritual drops, then what better way to do that than speed through a map, right? Woo! I don't know what's hitting me, but I don't like it. What's going on with these guys? Oh, invincibility guy. Just go around the outside first here. That's her. Just standing still. See, this is more what I'm used to, is my friends getting all the loot. Which is perfectly okay with me. Honestly, I'm so happy with where my character is right now. I don't even need loot. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm doing this to try and get all the ritual unlocked. And of course, I'm not going to say no to currency difference, but you know. Ow. You guys are dicks. Enough. Scary. Have to get some purple spread on these guys. Goes at them. The damage just isn't quite high enough to carry with 2. It's like almost there, so yeah, I guess maybe I could spend some more currencies on something. I think probably going Adorned is going to be the way to go, honestly. If I want big damages. So that will absolutely be a project for me to do later. Alright, how'd we do? I'm gonna do this before I forget about it, because I forget about it all the time. So we defer you. Yeah, we'll just say none of that's good. Next page. Oh no! We don't have tribute to defer that. Unlucky. It sucks. Oh well. Say Libby. It'll still show up again. I think you get like 2 chances, so it's not a big deal. Alright, finishing that.
Prepare yourself.
Good enough. So I gotta ask you, who do you, like, what kind of characters and what activities do you normally carry for? I sure do. Yep. Wow, nice roll. Yeah, I use that. I found one and corrupted it and got lucky. I guess we do the next one. Our next map. Seepage. Most disgusting sounding map in the world.
That's quite nice.
Regal Artificers. It's so silly how slow these guys are. Those were your orbs. All yours. They all dropped for you. Good spreads going. That's what I'm talking about. You would make an excellent person to have around for like helping level other people's characters because it's so safe. Oh, watch out for the Ratnado. My Earth Nemesis. Get out of here, Ratnado. Guys like hiding inside the strong box. Heck, wow. Tier 5 stone tower shield. Let's just ID it in case it has some rares. 3 packs of rares. Let's do it.
I shall put you down.
Rare right here. Was your exalt? I'm gonna grab that expert crackling to 4. Oh, I guess we killed 3 things? Sure. Yeah, most of that stuff died. Oh, gotta go up there anyway. Come on with these guys. Oh, they're... It's just because they're frozen, they're not falling down? Nice. Let's just check this corner here. Check our corners. should get that You should get that Valor. No, we're just gonna be giving it to Jonathan Rogers. Giving it back to him. Maybe that's all we need to do. We need to just leave a bunch of loot on the ground. And Jonathan Rogers will say thank you and reward us with something bigger. We got a ritual in 2 spots here. Alright. Ah, yes, our friend, the Ratnado. I almost forgot about you. It's too bad we can't time freeze that Ratnado. Wow, okay. Alright, we just need to do the last 2 rituals. Oh, what's that? Steel plate. I don't think I've seen that one yet. The Ratnado. Alright. 1 more to find. We should get, we should see if my friend Torber's around to join us. The maps will go by much faster if he's in here. He's a lightning archer. But I'm sure he would love to see your build here in action. This is nice. There's actually a fella too. He's been coming in and out of offline. Not Padfoot. He's just a viewer that has a Chronomancer, and he was asking what build to go. I was like, I don't really know. Like, they usually play supports. Or as far as I know, they're good supports. Obviously, now I know. I should let him know. Like, oh, look up some of the Chronomancer supports. Alright, how'd we do? So, we need to defer, confirm, defer, confirm. 1, 2. What's this? Did you try the corpse poison boot? The cloud thing. Not yet. I guess I could try it. There's no reason I can't try it, right? I just haven't. I don't know if you can still hear me in here. I'll just type to you there too. Let's see, 1100. I think we defer this again. And grab these. It's insane. It's insane for clear. I mean, I could just slap some on right now. Could try it, right? I mean, I don't think I have to worry about losing defenses with you around. I'm really curious what this chest piece is. What is this thing? Wandering Reliquary. That's interesting. Brand new item. Worth nothing. Throw it in the guild. Guild has one. Just dump it for now. Let's... I'm pretty sure I held on to some of those. Corpse. Okay, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I know the guild has some. Corpse Wade. So we will just put... Oh, I didn't have... Oh, I had 20 cold resist on my boots. What happens when I take them off? Okay, so we'll just put cold res in these. And then we'll be capped and we'll be good. So, cold res... Try popping those bad boys on. So trigger decompose on step. Now is that something that we can put... Oh, it is something we can put gems into. Okay, so... What are we putting into this? Let's just see what we can put in there. Decompose. So we want things that are giving us more multipliers. That's a more area of effect. I'm thinking maybe more damage with hits and ailments that are low life, maybe? We have 4. Slap that in there. Oh, here we go. He knows it. Okay. That's funny. I knew, you know what? I knew that you'd tell me if I just started acting all old. Okay, so... Increased AoE, duration, poison, control, destruction. Okay. So I think I have an increased AoE in one of these. Yep. Magnified effect. Okay. Duration, we have... Do we have a duration in there? No. Duration is a red gem. It's right there. +1 poison and control destruction, so we'll have to put those in. Poison, comorbidity, and because I have the memory of a goldfish, control destruction. Hold a destruction. Okay. Now, do we just have to activate this? I take it, eh? Compose? Or does it just do it? I guess it just does it? Yep. Just does it. Okay. Just put these in there and lose them forever. Okay. Now... Please, this... Augury. Not the best layout, but... There's still a ritual in there, so we will do it.
Easy prey.
So we just get going, and it just... Okay. Interesting. Interesting, that's for sure. Alright. I just have to do my best not to get distracted and die. Okay, that's a Tempest Shrine, we don't care about that. Jeez. The precursor tablet dropped for you, by the way. Yeah, I guess these boots would be fantastic for rituals, aren't they? Watch out for Ratnado. Wow, more Waystones. These boots sound very squishy. Squish, squish, squish.
Flourish.
We're actually getting fantastic amount of juice here for being Augury. Big pack size, I guess. I never checked the map mods. Squish, squish, squish. Whoa! Alright, now we gotta get one to drop for you. What's this thing? Good circle. Must be a pain attunement. Switch, switch, switch. We gotta do this lever over here. And don't worry, I'm keeping my eye on what's dropping. If I see it drop for you, then I'm not going to be sneaking those drops. If you see something that shows for you, then it's 100% yours. Don't worry about snatching it. I'd rather it be picked up than not. And you saw how fast I was all over that one orb, right? That divine orb. I was on that like kids on cake. Fish. Squish. Man, you're giving a lot of energy shield too, aren't you? Just noticed that. Hopefully... Oh no, we haven't missed any rares. Nice. Oh, there's a rare Delirium guy. That's one thing, the Delirium guys don't show up as rare on the map, and they don't count towards the rare count. I thought it was time to go into there. When we were up here, I was like kind of thinking like, we should go in. Jeez, just like that. Where's our last ritual at? Oh no. Problem with the rituals, they just don't show up. Not back there. It must be, I'm guessing in the top left corner. We're not blind. I guess I'm blind. Ran right by it. Did we forget to do this one? We forgot to do this one. Ah! The rats, they're out to get me. How did we do? Got lots of tribute. That's good. No sneaky omens hiding in there. Okay, we can get the divine this time, but there's an omen of amelioration here. What are we doing here? We try breach map in my hideout with those boots. It will be easy. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Let me just... Quick maths here. You know what? We're going to defer it again. And I'm going to buy this Omen of Amelioration. And I'm going to buy this. Defer. Oh, we can buy that too. Don't need to defer. Here, my gift. Oh, you're not standing here. You're already gone. Better put this stuff away. Okay. All right. Okay, stuff is dying. This is a good start.
Prepare yourself.
All right. You hit it whenever you want us to go through. I don't want to mess up your map. I'll follow you. We're stuck. Time to go to the other side. Run! Kept getting hung up on stuff. I'm sorry. That's pretty good though. I like that. I know a lot of the other, like the Giga Juicers, they tend to get a little more loot than this. I believe I saw a single Valor or Exalted Orb drop for me, so I'll take a single Exalted Orb. Rest is yours. Chaos and Regal there. Ruby. I'm sure you might have one or two things invested into these maps, I'd imagine. Swish, swish. Thing in there.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, do you mind if I might go see if Torber will join us. He has a good lightning arrow ranger, who could absolutely demolish this stuff, especially the breaches. He would be much better at breach clearing. So if you don't mind, I'd like to might pop in the Discord with him. Let's see. Oh, they're playing D&D. Never mind. They're busy. Ooh, Stellar Amulet. Hey, that's a potential whatchamajigget, big expensive thing. Astramentus, potential Astramentus. One downside of the Corpse Walkers is we are slow. Oh man, it's right at the start too, isn't it? Okay, to our credit, we didn't miss it. I mean, like, we didn't run past it at least.
In my sight.
We did it. It's on one right now. We gotta hit this with a chance. Unlucky. Yeah, that's crazy. So what? Okay, so I can see you're using a Ghost Wraith, but you're not playing low light Ghost Wraith, so I bet you can use one of these. from all the work we did in Ritual. I know these are expensive, and I'm sure you could use one, because you do have life. Or actually, I guess those are just if you die. I was thinking for some reason it was a life one, but yeah. Yeah, I know the die ones are expensive, so hopefully that'll help you level up more. You know, completely up to you. If that was too slow, then by all means, I won't take offense. I can only throw my potions and run so fast, right? I'm pretty sure there's like, some guys that can run around and get, like, a divine map kind of thing, right? See, you're using a ghost right? Trying to figure out what you're using just by looking at what you're wearing. It's maybe probably the only unique item. Scepter shield.
I shall overcome.
There's our hand. Alrighty. I'll just do my best to run around. Hey, where's all the mobs at, yo? There. Here we go, we're getting some good spread. That's what I'm talking about. Oh no, there's a house. No, that house screwed us.
Don't mind if I do.
We did do a lot better this time than last time, though. That's for sure. It's looting time. Killing more stuff time. Man, fun. I think it was a much nicer layout this time, where we could do that kind of half circle. Worked out a lot better. Oh, there we go. That could be good. Dang. Dang. Oh, boss. Okay. This boss is notorious for killing me. We just have to kill him before he kills me. That's... We did it! We're awesome! Jeez. You must have turned the loot off, right? There's no way all that dropped for me. Dang! 2 crude bows. I guess one for you, one for me. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna grab... If you don't mind, I would happily take both crude bows out of here. And, yeah. That's a lot of looting. I'll let you... Actually, I should have stayed in there, shouldn't I have? I should have just cleaned up a little more. Not gonna lie, I'm a little excited about these crude bows. Put them in the dump. I'll help you pick some stuff up. Ooh, stitch gloves. I'm just noob over here. Ooh, piece of candy, you. Piece of candy. Put all these gray circles on the map. When breach 10x proc, it's insane. Oh, like, as in 10 breaches in a single map? I bet. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I don't think I've seen this one yet either. Starboard Page.
I shall overcome.
So I absolutely should fit these boots into my build, I think. Just sucks that it's only 10 move speed. Guess that's the price you pay for some really nice quality of life stuff dying all around you. I don't think I really grabbed much good out of there. What I grabbed when I came back in. Not too much. Let's do... I'm really curious about what these items are.
Speed.
Ah, okay. Oh, Dordry's tenure, I've seen those. The wheel with big skill effect duration, but we lose... Oh, this would be for... You'd use this if you wanted, like, infinite time stop. Big skill effect duration. And you just don't kill anything. Cool. I wonder if the guild has one. What do I do? Just bump them for now. Yeah, I honestly didn't really look into this build that much at all. I went on, what was I think I was just on max roll. I was like, is there like a, I wanted to do like a big poison arrow, and then turns out that was kind of shit, so I was like, okay, well, let's try the concoction. So yeah, I didn't really look into it much other than that, and I've just been enjoying what I've been doing, but these are pretty cool. Pretty nice indeed. Yeah. Alright, let's see about these. Oh, never mind. We got another one. I think this will be my last one though. There, old geek, if you don't mind. It is getting a little late for me. Been getting up early, so can't stay up too late, unfortunately. That was weird. That didn't use a portal on my screen. So we'll make this a good one.
Prepare yourself.
That sounds broken AF, actually. Queen of the Forest just running around really fast, just killing everything with your boots. I'll have to check the price on queens. I don't know if I do it on this guy. I may see if I can do it on my witch, maybe? I don't know. We shall see. Squish, squish, squish. It's a regal orb.
Now this will come in handy.
Hey, what's this map layout? Squish, squish. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna do some research on these boots, I guess. I'm curious if they're like a Pathfinder exclusive kind of thing, or if they could be used on a witch. Like, are they only good on Pathfinder because of the poison spread? Well, that being said, you could just run Herald of the Herald, Poison Herald, get your spread that way, so you wouldn't even need Pathfinder necessarily. You're gonna get... You know, I did say you get what you get and you don't get upset earlier, but 2 Divine Orbs in a row like that, you go right ahead. Sucks. Some good pro lift. I guess this is the only way to go. Unlucky. The hand. Rage cuffs. There we go. Proliferate. Go. No. I was just getting rid of those guys. Yeah, unlucky. What's that thing? Kept Remnant. For you. Prayers for the rain. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, these gloves. What are these things? Oh, shackles. Huh, cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna, I really have to figure out that Streamlabs thing on YouTube. It keeps spamming the YouTube. No, that's okay. You hold on to it. All good. I'm gonna die on my... No, I'm gonna die on my character. Many times. You're not gonna die on yours very often, and it would be shame if you did, so it's okay. Not a big deal at all. I'm happy to learn. And besides, that Divine Orb that dropped earlier wouldn't have dropped if you weren't there, right? So... we'll call it my gift to you for showing me the way of the boots, the poison boots. Alright, so I will be back tomorrow. So I stream... Yep, one for me and one for you. Yeah, I got one, you got one. So, we're good. And then there's also a divine that showed up in my ritual, which I still have yet to get, but also that the omen showed up in the ritual, so by all means. I saw that and I immediately thought, I'm gonna get this for this guy. So I wasn't thinking about myself at all with that. So yeah, I do stream every day though. I do it at 1 till 3 p.m. Eastern, so like an after lunch stream, and then usually 8 o'clock until 8 o'clock till midnight. But I've been ending a little earlier the last couple streams. But so yeah, 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock every day. You can catch me then. My 1 to 3 p.m. streams are going to be doing carries through the Trial of Sekima, and my nighttime streams are going to be whatever I feel like doing. So, yeah, nice playing with you. That was awesome. I'm going to have to get Torber to look back at the footage so you can see how crazy a support Chronomancer gets. Like, that's awesome. So, yeah, thanks so much. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!